All right, the next thing we need to do is what's in that box. That just came today in the mail. Very happy to see it, and let me show you what it is. Okay, maybe I should back up just a little bit. I'm about to cover this in another video, actually probably real quick here, but I switched up my motor plans. So just before a snowstorm hit the Kansas City area, my wife and I took a whirlwind trip up there to pick up something. And in the end, this is what I got. And what you're looking at is a Mendeola 2D mock-up case. And with that, perhaps this delivery makes a little more sense. This came from Apple Tree Automotive. Guys over there have hooked me up quite a bit since the beginning of this build, so I appreciate that. They don't give me any discounts or anything of that nature. That'd be nice, but what are you gonna do? All right, ooh, here we are. Mendeola 2D front and rear transmission mounts. Yeehaw. All right, in case you guys missed the reveal, if you will, kind of a reveal, a couple months ago, I went and got this. A Mendeola 2D mock-up case. I picked this up online. This is just a mock-up case. It's really not good for much anything else. It has had cracks in it. You see the repair job there. You've got a bunch of other racket that says that it's not good for anything. But anyway, here's the thing. The reason that I upgraded my transmission is because I'm going to a larger power plant. So because of that, and because of the power that it puts out, which is under 300 horsepower, the 091, or for that any of the Volkswagen stock trans or the bus boxes, probably won't survive. They can, you have to be careful. But when I upgraded the motor, I needed to upgrade the transmission. You could pick up an actual 2D for about $7,000 to $8,000 used, and you know, to build my 091 would have been $4,000 to $7,000. So there's a question on whether or not I would have saved anything. Now, of course, brand new 2Ds are somewhere in the neighborhood of $11,000. I ain't doing that. Don't have the budget for that, unless I win the lottery or one of you guys feel very, very generous. But we're not going to count on that at all. We're just going to go with this and see how it works out for us. But the reason why I got these is to make sure I can get this bolted on to that. The more stuff I can put on the car, the better and the easier the move is going to be. So that's what we're doing. I'm going to see if I could mount this to the bell housing I got. Well, I got a bunch of stuff. I'll show you in a bit. But let's take a look at how these things work. Okay, that's that one. That was obviously made for that cutout. Okay. I gotta be honest, I got a couple of extra things for it just to make sure I could mock it up properly and get all the measurements I need and mock it up in a way that is actually useful. For those of you who are familiar with MiahsBug, he started doing some miscellaneous 3D printing and things of that nature for his bug. I asked him to do a couple of things for me, and he was cool with it. So look what I got. All right, if that looks familiar, that is literally, there we go. I'm gonna remove these studs and glue this to here, but that is literally a 3D printed 930 CV shaft thing. The way he did his, he actually has one that spins and everything. I'm not that fancy. I'm gonna be all right with this. But yeah. Presto. All right. Now this sucker is actually the whole shift housing for the, or the tail housing for that. All right, the next piece is from Action. I'm just gonna say Action Auto Racing. They hooked me up seriously. So big thanks to the guys over at Action Auto Racing. They're in Prescott, Arizona. They hooked me up with a broken but mock-upable back piece there. Then along with my MiahsBug little adapter jobby thingy. Yeah, the entire thing is upside down. Now I'll be able to put, when I bolt this all in, I'll be able to basically see where my shifter is, set all my engine mounts, my transmission mounts from Apple Tree, all that stuff. It's going to be great. Last but not least is the big box. This one I got from Weddle. If any of you guys is looking for something from Weddle, go ahead and check out Dustin over there. He helped me out a lot and just extraordinarily helpful when I've had questions about setting this thing up. He's helped me get the information I need. And when I told him what I was doing, whoa, I would say that's professionally packed. He found me one of these. Oh, this thing looks freaking new. Man, this looks new. Oh, here we go. There's the problem. These are all jacked up. Okay, so. All right, so why did I get an actual bell housing? Frankly, because I'm going to mount the transmission to the chassis. And if I got like a 3D printed one, I'd be worried about hanging the engine off it. I'm going to put the tranny mounts and let the engine hang off of it. So I wanted to get an actual metal bell housing. That way I could mount the motor and everything will be kosher, or at least should be. There you go. Mendeola 2D mock-up. Sweet. Well, I've got all the parts. I have none of the bolts. So I grabbed some paper and started measuring everything I needed. All right. Just got back from Ace Hardware, picked up a bunch of hardware, which you would expect. It got some grade 8 stuff for the mock-up trans. Now, I will say this. Ace is so much better than Home Depot or Lowe's. Ace has pretty much everything you possibly could want, and it's way cheaper. Whereas Home Depot has, got these little bags of 1 or 2 bolts, and they're like $4. Ace is like, it's 39 cents for that, and $1 for the bolt. So I got all of these bolts, enough to do this whole trans for about 20 bucks. Love it. With hardware in hand, I started pulling off the stock studs that hold on the CV caps or flanges, whatever they're called. Then I used a drill and drilled holes through the 3D printed caps and studs. All right, check that out. Thank you to MiahsBug for making these 3D printed CV cap thingies. Little I don't know what it is. Anyway, all I did is I removed all the studs, drilled out the fake 3D printed studs and bolts, and so I could just bolt those on with nuts and washers. Same thing with the other side. Now, for the top. For the top, we're going to use this, and I've got bolts for that. All right. Now for this shifter cone thingy. All right, so I don't have any studs for this. I don't have any nuts for it as either, and those are too big. So what I asked MiahsBug how he connected his, he just said hot glue. So I'm just going to hot glue this on. Again, this is not load bearing. All of the bolts and all the mounts, as far as these are concerned, go to the actual chassis. So this I just need to hold in place so I could see where the shifter fork needs to go. So yeah, I'm going to go get a hot glue gun. Let's put that on. I will say before I got the hot glue gun, I grabbed the bell housing and started bolting it on as well. I mean, I'm here, I have the bolts, let's get this done. So after cinching everything up, I looked for my hot glue gun. After an exhaustive search, it was nowhere to be seen, so I grabbed some hot glue sticks, I did find those, and used a lighter. This proved completely unsuccessful, so I went ahead with plan B. And after removing the case bits, I headed back to Ace for some more hardware. All right, now that that's bolted on, I went and got myself some 2 short quarter 26s or quarter 28s, fine thread quarter 20s, not quarter 20s, 28. But and that goes into these mostly, not really. Oh, I guess they do. it goes down pretty far. So I'm going to call that good. I went ahead and drilled it out. I got the 1/4 inch hole in the bottom, and then I took a 7/16 or whatever hole that fits the head so that I can get it in there. And then just mount that up in there. Let's do it. With the holes drilled through the 3D printed piece, I was able to use the 1/4 by 28 to bolt the shifter housing back to the trans. This basically completed my mock-up trans. Now the delivery at the beginning of this video makes a lot more sense. I pulled out the mounts I got from Apple Tree and bolted them to the mock-up trans. Now it's time to start mounting it to the chassis. All right, that's where I'm going to stop this video. I have to say, I try to keep these things to about 10 minutes, not too much longer. But before I sign off, I do want to thank you for your time. Sorry, I've been absent the last little bit, but there's some stuff going on in the background, and not just that, that I need to take care of. And so the videos will slow down a little bit, but they'll pick back up again real quick. But seriously, thanks for watching. Please like, subscribe, leave a comment, and I will see you on the next one. I'm Damien, and this is the Binder Builder.